of the fight against terrorism, like other subjects, like other issues, it takes too long to take decisions. And when decisions are taken, they are very long to be implemented. It takes time to implement them, and we need to go fast, and we need to act effectively. It's the reason why I have asked the President, who is in charge of the fight against terrorism, and the Vice President and Vice Prime Minister of Luxembourg, and the Vice Commissioner of the European Union to bring together next week a Council on Justice and Homeland Affairs to deal with very specific issues. These are the following issues. The fight against trafficking in weapons. We can't wait any longer for decisions that we badly need to make to dismantle those people who are involved in trafficking in weapons, one of the factors which we have to take into account if we want to fight successfully against terrorism. That's the first point I would like to emphasize. I have taken certain measures following inspections and studies carried out at my request within the Homeland Ministry, the Ministry of the Interior, and other departments as well. The European dimension must be dealt with urgently as well. Second point, for many months, we have invested all our energy so that the European plan is adopted. The discussions continue, but we don't want a PNR which is not accepted. We need to adopt a plan which allows us to fight effectively against terrorism, to take into account flights within the European continent, and to do so with all the determination that is required. So I've asked that the Council on Justice and Homeland Affairs should decide on this. Thirdly, over the last few months, France has asked several times that within the framework of the Schengen Agreement, systematic control should be put in place of the information relating to people, so that we can strengthen the effectiveness of the fight against terrorism and to use fully the opportunities, both on the internal and external borders, that the Schengen information system provides. It is high time that we implement this system. France has restored controls at its borders, and it has strengthened it for the COP21 and has strengthened it for the state of emergency that will be extended. We know that terrorists are crossing the borders of the European Union, so France has proposed, and the measures taken by France should also be implemented by other European countries as part of ideas we have already shared with our partners. As regards the cooperation between France and Belgium in terms of intelligence and in terms of law enforcement and in judicial terms, an agreement whereby the Justice Council should meet very quickly to take decisions that we think are very urgent in the areas I've just indicated. And finally, I would like to indicate that this evening at 9 p.m. I will be meeting the Commissioner and Mr. Schneider to prepare the meeting of the Council on Justice and Internal Affairs next week. The European authorities have accepted France's request for a meeting of this Council. So a lot of the fight against terrorism depends on the decisions we take domestically, but a lot also depends on what we're capable of doing on a European level and on an international level. Thank you very much.